11th Commerce, Unit 2, Forms of Business Organization, Chapter 5, Hindu Undivided Family and Partnership. The last class we have learned about Hindu Undivided Family. Today we are going to see partnership. The extension of sole proprietorship is partnership. To overcome the limitations and drawbacks of sole proprietorship, partnership form of organization is formed. When two or more persons join together, start the business and share the profit and losses arised from there in mutual agreement based is called partnership. Definition of partnership. As per Indian Partnership Act 1932, Section 4, the partnership is defined. Partnership is the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profits of a business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. In that case, the partnership business can be carried on by anyone or all the partners can work for anyone. So, the earned profit from the business will be shared among the partners in their agreement based. So, there is an agreement between them. Members, the persons who enter into partnership are individually called partners and collectively known as firm. Characteristics of partnership. Contractual relationship. Agreement based, the partnership is formed. Agreement may be oral or written. So, a minor cannot be take part in this agreement. Then, plurality of persons. Minimum 2 members need to form the partnership business. Maximum 10 for banking business and 20 for other cases. Existence of business. Lawful business can be carried on by partnership firm. It is not charitable trust. It mentions that it's a profit motive business. Sharing profits. The earned profits from the business will be shared among the partners in their agreed ratio. Mutual agency. Mutual agency is the essence of partnership firm. The business is carried on by all or any of them acting for all. So each partner acts simultaneously as a principal and an agent. The partner is the principal for outsiders, but he is an agent for other partners. Advantage of partnership. Easy formation. It is easy to form the partnership firm compared to other business. It has less legal formalities. Agreement based, the partnership firm is formed. Agreement may be oral or written. Registration also optional, but the registration is mandatory. In any violation is there mean it will be used. Then availability of larger resources. All the partners are bringing capital for their contribution in partnership. So larger financial resources available. To expand the business, new partners also can be admitted into the partnership firm. Benefit of consultation. When any issues are raised, it can be solved after discussing with other partners. So wise decision can be taken place here. Then division of work. The management of the business can be distributed among the partners based on their experience, knowledge and taste. It ensures greater managerial efficiency. In sole trader proprietorship, the division of work is not possible, but in partnership firm it is possible. Then reduced risk. If any loss occurred mean it will be shared among the partners in their agreed ratio. So there is a reduction in risk bearing also. Unlimited liability and credit standing. The liability of the partners are unlimited if the assets of the firm are not enough to meet the debts. Even his personal property will be pledged. So the creditors and bankers are ready to finance more funds to the partnership firm. Safeguard of the minority interest. All important decisions are taken by, discussed and with the consent of all partners. If any mismatch is there, it won't be accepted. So the minority interest also be safeguarded. Then easy dissolution. It is very simple to dissolve the partnership firm. No legal formalities followed. Partnership can be dissolved at will, 14 days notice in prior. Disadvantage of partnership: lack of harmony. Mutual agency plays a vital role in partnership. If any friction or disharmony occurred among the partners, it leads to dissolution of the firm. Absence of legal status and instability. It has no separate legal assistance. It is inseparable from the partners composing it, so it can be terminated when death or insolvency of a partner. Limited resources. In partnership, minimum 2 members, maximum 10 members for banking business and other business, 20 member is the limitation. Actually, mutual understanding is a question mark here. All the partners are not able to work with harmonious and understanding way. So it is not possible to invest in large scale industries in this kind of business form. The limited risk taking. Partnership liability is unlimited. So they are not ready to start the new venture and innovative based. Risk of implied authority. Every partner can bind the firm and his other partners by his acts. All other partners become liable to a greater extent because of all the folly and fraud committed by a fellow partner. Lack of public confidence. In partnership, accounts no need to be audited and published. It lacks public confidence. Partnership deed. Already intimated you partnership. Partnership is among the partners based on the contract only. Contract based. The partnership is started. So among themselves they have the contract. The contract, what are the deal they have it, that will be written in a document, written document, that is called partnership deed. Partnership deed as per Indian Partnership Act 1932, it is not mandatory to maintain, but it is essential to maintain it. So you see here, partnership deed is a document in writing that contains the terms of the agreement among the partners. It is not compulsory for a partnership to have a partnership deed as per Indian Partnership Act 1932. But it is desirable to have a partnership deed. It serves as evidence if any friction or disharmonies occurred among the partners. Partnership deed, it helps in ironing out the differences which may develop among the partners and ensure the smooth functioning of the business. It should be properly stamped and registered, even it is optional. So a sample of partnership deed is given here. The partnership date, when it is made, the date, month and year is written. Then who are the partners? The partners' names will be listed. Then their residence address will be mentioned. Then who are the what are the partners? How much the contribution of the capital, that also will be included. Capital contribution of the partner, each partner also will be included. Whether the interest on capital is allowed or not, because each partner they will contribute the capital amount in proportionate based in that case. So they have to be compensated for that. The interest on capital can be provided to the partner. Then drawing is allowed or not. If the partner is allowed to withdraw the amount from the business firming, for that the interest is to be charged or not. So all the details, all the terms and conditions will be mentioned in the partnership deed. Contents of partnership deed. Now only I discussed a few things. We can briefly see the name of the firm. First thing, the name of the partnership firm must be written. Then what kind of business is started, that is nature of the business. Duration of partnership, how long the partnership firm is organized, the duration should be mentioned. Then capital contribution by each partner. So each partner they have to contribute based on their capability, that also should be written. Withdrawal from the firm, the partners, whether it is allowed to withdraw the money from the partnership firm or not, that also should be mentioned. Profit and loss sharing, how they are going to share the earned profit from the partnership firm. that also should be mentioned. If it is not mentioned, the profit and loss sharing mean the earned profit and losses will be shared among the partners equally. Interest on capital, the amount which is invested by the partners, for that the interest is allowed or not. If it is allowed, you can provide a interest to the partners. If it is not mentioned, mean no interest on capital will be provided to the partners. Rate of interest on drawings, that also if it is mentioned, when any partner is allowed to withdraw the amount from the partnership firm, mean how much the interest on drawings should be charged, that also should be mentioned. Loan from partners, the partnership firm can individually, personally can collect the loan from the each and every partner. For that, whether interest is allowed or not, that also can be included. Account keeping, in which method of account keeping they are going to follow, who is going to audit the accounts, that also should be mentioned. Salary and commission to partners, based on the effort of the partners, whether salary or commission can be provided or not, those details also should be mentioned. Retirement, the retirement details also should be mentioned. When the partner is going to get retired from the partnership firm, how his account should be settled, that also should be mentioned in the partnership deed. Goodwill valuation, when the partner is admitted, when a partner become a insolvent, or when a partner become a lunacy, or death of a partner, in that time the valuation of a goodwill, which method based it is going to be followed, that also should be mentioned. Then distribution of responsibility, here already we informed you the work that is entrusted to each partner is better stated in the deed itself. So all the partner is going to be work here. In that case, who is going to take the particular job, that should be mentioned in the partnership deed itself. Then dissolution procedure, the procedure of dissolution of the firm and the mode of settlement of accounts thereafter, it should be mentioned here itself. When they are settled, when they are dissoluting the partnership firm, how they are going to settle the accounts of each and every partner, that details also should be mentioned here. Arbitration of disputes, arbitration in case of disputes among partners, the deed should provide the method for settling disputes or difference of opinion. This class will avoid costly litigations.